Okay, so stamp duty yesterday had been increased from 3% to 5%, obviously for property investors. I'm sure anybody watching this video now has already picked up on that. So I was speaking to a couple of mentees yesterday and just one this morning, and I had a really good chat with a fellow investor late last night as well. And it's always good to bounce ideas off everybody, off each other. And again, it's even better to bounce ideas off somebody or ask somebody who's been there and done that. So, I mean, with us now moving forward with our property journey, with our property investing, for our single lets and for our flips, all we're now going to do is we're still going to continue viewing, we're still going to put in offers, but because we've got quite a good relationship with quite a few of our agents around our local area, we're going to say, listen, our offer would have been this X, but now to offset the stamp duty, it's going to be that. Please pass that on to the vendor. I understand that they might obviously knock it back, but just let them know whereabouts we are. And again, if we have bought from them before, which most of the agents we have, hopefully we built up that rapport, and the estate agent then should tell the vendors, say that they're not time wasters, they will get it over the line, but they just wanted to let you know why it might appear a little bit lower. Now, are we going to get every offer accepted? No, not at all. Are we going to get 50% of the offers accepted? Definitely not. But it's a numbers game. All right, so if you're only going on 2 or 3 viewings a week and putting in 1 or 2 offers, it's going to take you a lot longer than if you were doing 10 or 15, 20 viewings a week, or 10 a day, depending on your time, if you're full-time, and then putting in as many offers. So it's always that numbers game. So yeah, all we're going to do now with our flips and with our single lets is, or with our purchase, should I say, tell the agent, this is what we would have offered, but in light of the recent tax change and so on, the deal still needs to stack. So we're now going to be offering this amount. Please pass that on to the vendor. And then obviously you can just take it from there then, really. That way, the vendor's got a good idea that, the reason, or there's some sort of reasoning behind the lower than expected offer. And again, whenever there's a reason behind it, more people think about the justification of it. At least the person's got a reason. At least Mr. Dervish has got a reason for offering a little bit less. So yeah, I mean, even if you're in the rent-to-rent side of things, it won't affect you. Just keep ploughing through. Serviced accommodation or rent to serviced accommodation, rent to HMO, it's fine. Maybe carry out more creative stuff, do more lease options, do more purchase lease options, kick the can further down the road, and you never know. Stamp duty may have been reduced. It's very unlikely. It might have even increased, but you never know. All we can ever do as business owners, entrepreneurs, property investors is always just work within the framework that we're currently in. So it's good to forward plan. It's fantastic to do that, but we always need to work within the parameters of the time that the deal is actually going to take place. I mean, who would have thought now? I would have wished, and again, it's hindsight, that we would have refinanced a lot more during the 1% and 2% days to release a lot more money to then purchase more. But, it's hindsight, and that's why one of the reasons of making sure you've always got a mentor and making sure you're learning from somebody who's been there and done that is the fact that they can steer you clear of the landmines and obviously give you great advice. So yeah, stamp duty is not the end of the world. You speak to some people and it will be. Of course, it's going to cost you more. But, if the deal's a bit shaky anyway to start off with, then you might as well not even bother with any of one of our main principles is profit needs to be locked in from day one. Not we're looking to get our money back 6 months, 12 months down the line. This is for our purchases. We need to make sure profit is locked in from day one. So one of the deals that we did last year, August, we purchased it for 105. It needed a good rip out. But that now is probably worth about 150, 160. So that's fantastic. And properties on the street at the time were going for 140. So it's grown a lot, but it was still a fantastic deal. So we already had 35,000 locked into that deal. That was partly because 2 sales had fallen through previously before that. Another deal that we had at the start of this year, that was, they'd had 2 sales falling through that had got quite far down the line. We'd viewed it originally, and then a year later, not a year later, 6 months later, we viewed it again, put in the offer, and that offer was accepted. So we managed to save 30,000 off the asking price there. So just make sure you keep taking steps further forward. Going back to the main the main point of the video, increasing the stamp duty is not the end of the world. Just learn to adapt, evolve, still put in offers. Make sure you've baked in, the stamp duty in the offer. And if the deal still stacks, the deal stacks. Nobody likes paying tax. okay? Nobody likes paying tax. It's one of those things, but still keep taking steps further forward, still keep going for it, still build your wealth. That's what it's about. It's that wealth piece. If you've got other businesses as well, like we have, then again, maybe invest some money in those, take those up another notch. But it's always still good to have the classic bricks and mortar. You can leverage, I'm not going to go into all the, the pros, but you can leverage money from that. You can refinance it when the time comes, and somebody will always need somewhere to live on this small little island of ours. Somebody's always going to need somewhere to live. So yeah, keep taking steps forward, keep working on this mindset. That's what it's always about. Keep increasing your business and keep building your wealth. Good luck, keep taking steps further forward, and all the best. Get in touch if you need any help. Take care.